Good morning. Maxine here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I think we're going to have a play with making some dingly danglies to attach to what? Journaling cards or tags or the sides of pages in a journal. You could use one of those, what do they call it? Bulb shaped clips, and attach them to lace that you've put on the edges of your pages. So right now, what I'm doing is I printed out some images from digital kits that would lend themselves well to being a dingly dangly. So they're kind of on the smaller side. And I printed twice. So I printed each one twice. So I can have a front and a back. And I am using Mod Podge right now just to seal the paper, give it a little bit more durability, and give it kind of a coating. You don't have to do this, but I thought it might be a good idea to and I'm using Mod Podge. This happens to be super gloss. Oh, look at what I did. Oh, geez. Oh, have you ever had a cup of coffee in your hand and you're holding it and you look to see what time it is? Well, that's pretty much what I did here. It's a new bottle. It's a new bottle, so it's really full. There we go. Crisis averted. Okay, so just making sure I got all the areas. It might be a good idea if you use some kind of rhyme or reason when you're putting this on. That way you have a better idea of where you've hit and where you might have missed. I was just kind of slapping it around there, wasn't I? And paying more attention to you guys than what I was doing. So anyway, get out a wet wipe here and try and clean up my mess that I've made. These little baby wipes, I'll tell you. Yeah, I never even thought to use these until I started watching people's videos, and they're grabbing a wet wipe all the time, and I'm just like, wow, that's a concept. I never even would have thought of that, It's been 40 years since I had a baby in the house, and I don't even think wet wipes were invented then. I actually, not for the whole time, but initially I believe, when my son was born. I used diapers, actual cloth diapers. But I was lucky in that one of my uh, um, baby shower gifts was diaper service. So that was nice. Did that for probably the first 6 months to a year. And then I went to, disposable diapers, which, I kind of wish people would go back to using cloth, because it's much more environmentally, much more environmental to use diapers that you wash and use again, rather than, poopy poopy diapers in the landfills. But, anyway, I digress. So here are ones that I did earlier that have had a chance to dry. And these are a little bit bigger than the ones that I just did. And again, I printed 2. So we have matching front and back. So let's cut out a couple of these. Some shapes are easier to cut out than others. I mean, the shape is pretty and all, but I don't know that the people that make these kits really think through, that pretty shape, how difficult it might be for someone to actually be able to cut out, Some of them are very elaborate, and they look pretty until, I go to try and cut them out, and then it's mangled. I'm getting better, though. When I first started doing this, I was kind of rubbish with cutting things out, but I am getting better. So, you can get better at doing it. So I hope everyone is okay. And have you gotten a vaccine yet? I know I think they recently opened it up to everyone over 18 can get one, and I've heard that it's easier to get one. More doctors' offices have the vaccines, and drugstores have them. We got ours at Walgreens. We didn't have to make an appointment or anything. They called us and said, asked if we wanted to make an appointment. And we're like, yeah. So we've got our second one a couple weeks ago, and it was good. Needles are so fine now. I was talking about that in my previous video. When I was young, I'd swear up and down needles were square. And nowadays, you don't even feel it. Okay, so we've got a couple of these cut out. Now at this point, if you want to ink the edges. You should. Okay, so now we want to glue these together. And I think probably I'm going to go with the Fabric Fix. Normally I would have gone with art glitter, but I want to be able to move these around a little bit. And with art glitter, you can't do that. It pretty much grabs right away and you don't have any wiggle room. But Fabric Fix gives you some wiggle room. So, okay, we want to make sure that they're both going the right side up. If what you're using has a direction, has an up or down. So it's still kind of sticky. Probably should let these dry for longer, you know, maybe an hour, depending on your humidity levels. Oh, these are still pretty sticky where I put the Mod Podge. But I just, you know, I don't even think these set a half hour before, you know, so I didn't really give them a whole lot of time. Okay, so again, make sure that they're going right side up. Yeah, I like the Fabric Fix because it does give you wiggle room and you can slide things around and make sure they're matched up as well as possible. Still not quite perfect though, are they? Still have a little bit of trimming to do because they're not the same. Of course, if you had one of those scan and cuts, I imagine they would match up perfectly. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so there, have those two. Now, do we want to do any more? I think 2 is probably sufficient to show you what I'm doing anyway. I did have something I wanted to share, however. You know, a lot of people are using those tear rulers. I think We Are Memory Keepers has a tear ruler. And I thought about buying one. I usually use my metal ruler for tearing, but it doesn't really give you a deckled edge. But I was watching a video, and I don't remember who it was now, but they had a plastic ruler, and I happened to have a plastic ruler, and they had made their own tear edge using an iron. So I tried that. I got an iron hot, and you want to be really careful because, you know, this plastic is going to melt on you. But what I did was I took the edge of the iron. So here we go. So I heated up the iron and took the edge of it and just hit the edge of it like that. Can you see what I'm doing here? I just hit the edge like that with the hot iron. Just like that. Anyway, it worked out really well. So now I have a tear ruler that actually gives that kind of that deckled edge. If you can see, I mean, it's not, you know, it's subtle, you know, it's not real dramatic or anything, but yeah, it gives you just that frayed edge type of look. Anyway, here's this side. This look. So anyway, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. Turned out really great, and you know, now I can get kind of that frayed edge look. Okay, so now with these, we want to they want 30 ones. So I have Crocodile. We are memory keepers. And let's see, which side do we want? This side, right? Yeah. Okay, so we want to, and of course this is going to vary. Okay, so either side I put this on, it's going to go through the design. So just want to kind of decide where we want this. Give ourselves a hole there. Do the same thing with this one. Okay. Got nice little holes. Now we want to find, got these nifty little things with the different guys. Okay. Now I can never remember the settings, so okay. Top, base, top. Okay, so that goes that way. And then we have .3/16. Okay, 3/16. So top is A and bottom is 1. Top is A and bottom is 1. Okay, so bottom is... Oh, that's the top. C. Where's A? Eh. Okay, there's A. And, oops. Uh-oh. What did I just do? One. I'm at 1. I hope these go back in. I've never had that happen before. There we go. Huh? There we go. Okay, so... Well, that's 1. Okay, so... Put these in. Get that in really well. I like to just kind of push it with my fingernails, just so that's in there nice and tight. And bottom, and then squeeze. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And this one, let's see. I'm going to go with kind of a limey green color, I guess. Do that. And top and bottom. And squeeze. Ta-da! I don't know why I said ta-da. That was dumb, wasn't it? I don't know. Sometimes it's like, you get these things to work. It's like, oh, yay. I haven't always had good luck with doing this. So now from here, we can use these. And here's a yellow one for the yellow one. So you can put that through like that and have it a dingly dangly, just like that. Or, let's see here. Oh boy. How do things get so buried? Let's see. Oh, I know. I've got way too many of these things, I tell you. Where are they? Hang on, talk amongst yourselves. Okay. So, how about, do we want, I was thinking I had gold, but it looks like it's actually rose gold that I have. So, I wonder if a silver would be okay. Whee! So, what's that? Little bird. Okay, so that's this one. This would be a green one. And put on a little charm, and there we go. Isn't that sweet? So these can get a journal here. So we take these and we can, oops, find, you know, a page where you have lace or something like that along on it, and just clip them in like this, and you got a nice little dingley dangly. Here we go on this one. So you can do it like that. You could do it like this, or you put it through, you know, make a hole in like a tag or something and put it through that way. I think I got these in there the right way. I think it should go this way. Okay. So yeah, you could make a hole in a tag and attach this to a tag. Or one like this where you have, you know, a fabric or a lace you can attach to that. Or, you know, or one of these little tags that's sticking out, you can attach it to that. It doesn't have to be fabric or lace. It could be paper that you just punch a hole through, and you can hang it on there like that. So why can't I get that to go the right way? This way. I'm not. All right, now. I guess I had it right the first time, huh? Of course, either way is fine. I mean, there is no back, right? Because we put the image on both sides. So, you know, there is no front and back. So, there it is. So, isn't that fun? And then you have your little danglies showing on the outside here. So that's fun. Those are kind of, you know, a little bit on the bigger side, so I wanted to do something that was big enough that you would be able to see easily what I was doing. And I was afraid that if I was working with too small of an item, that you might not be able to see what I was doing very well. So but I think these ones that I printed out, I think these would be perfect. Both these ones and these little round ones. The little round ones you would want to make a smaller hole in. You'd want to use the what's the size? 1/6. Let's see, what's the size here? 1/8. You'd probably want the 1/8 size, which is these little guys. So you got these little guys, and as compared to these ones. Okay, you see that? So this is 3/16, and this is 1/8. And this crocodile will do both. It has both sizes on it. I believe these actually came with it too. I think these came with it, and then you got the larger size that came with it. These were ones that I bought separately on Amazon, I'm sure. So, and then it comes with this guide. This is something you want to hang on to. So it has the cube chart and the settings for when you set the eyelet. It has these settings depending on what size you're using, whether it's an eyelet by itself or whether it has a washer with it. So I like to get the eyelets that are just the one piece rather than the two piece. So anyway, way does this go? That is what I had planned to show you today. So yeah, look in digital kits for ones that have these smaller images. It might be an embellishment kit, maybe. You could also change the size. I mean, these that we did, I could have changed the size of these, you know, my printer settings. I could have shrunk it using the percentage setting and shrunk these. Just make sure that you do two copies so you get both on the same setting. Same, you know, both copies are on the same setting, so you have your front and your back. But these I actually printed on cardstock that had a design on the front, and so I wouldn't necessarily need to back these because they already have a pretty backing, but I prefer to have a design, you know, oops, oh golly, sorry about that, on both sides. I think it looks nice that way. Anyway, so that's what we have today. give it a try. Let me know. And we'll see you next time. Bye.